If you own a WordPress website, you woke up today, looked at your plugins, and you were like,
I'm on the intercom.
That's because WordPress.org just banned access to a bunch of their plugins and themes due to an ongoing legal case with WP Engine.
What does this button do?
Hello everyone and welcome to this week's Canonical Chronicle, the meme-infused SEO news that stops your rankings from tanking. My name's Ross, the founder of Type A Media. We're an SEO agency based in London who work on clients like this, get results like this. We've also provided a companion deck with our advice and analysis on the following SEO news topics: WordPress banning WP Engine, Google removing the cache operator, preferred source label showing up in the SERPs, an update to Google's spam policy, and post-core update traffic losses. To download it for free, go to typeamedia.net. Link is in the description. If there's one thing that Google loves more than killing our traffic with a core update, it loves killing off its own products.
What is dead may never die!
So alongside authorship markup, keyword meta tags and Google+, yet another thing has been added to the Google graveyard. And this time it is our beloved cache search operator.
Catch me outside, how about that?
Now, many SEOs used to use the cache operator to check how a page was being rendered on the fly, but if you're looking to check how a page is rendered, we recommend going to Google Search Console, using the fetch and render feature, and then seeing how the page is actually rendered, and more importantly, getting its status inside the index. As SEOs, we know that Google gives preferential treatment to some domains and is much meaner to others.
So that's against the rules, and you can't sit with us. Whatever. Those rules aren't real.
Google usually plays this sort of stuff down, but now they're actually labeling domains as preferred source. Their bias is as subtle as a brick.
Oh yeah!
At the moment, it just appears to be one of their usual UX tests, but if we look into it, it's quite interesting to see who they've marked as a trusted source and who they haven't. So remember, Google have a trusted seed set of domains that they start to crawl from. As they follow links from site to site, the amount of hops from their trusted seed list will dictate how they think about your website. So the big question is, how do you become a trusted source or get close to these trusted sources? Well, it's very simple. You do a little bit of digital PR and you get yourself in some of these major newspapers and get links from there, because it's likely that the BBC, Wikipedia, places like that are part of the trusted seed set. Currently, there is a legal battle going on between WordPress and popular WordPress host WP Engine, and oh boy, it is a slugfest. Essentially what's happened is WordPress has blocked WP Engine from using any platform resources.
Please, do not push the button. You have no idea what it...
This essentially means that all websites on WP Engine are going to start breaking, and they're not going to be able to update themes and plugins and things like that. This all happened because the founder of WordPress, Matt Mullenweg, publicly expresses distaste for the business practices of WP Engine. Essentially, their business model is to take the free and open source things from WordPress and bundle them all up and then sell them to their customers at a premium, which would be fine if they then reinvested back into the open source project. But sadly, they are not doing that. On one of Matt's blogs, he actually shows the exact amount of time that WP Engine invested back into WordPress, and it amounts to only about 40 hours, whereas Automatic, his company and the founder of WordPress, is up at about 4,000 hours. So WP Engine went fully legal, and then WordPress has retaliated by blocking access to all their services, and now it's an ongoing court battle. The official statement from WordPress says, if WP Engine want to control your WordPress experience, they need to run their own user login systems, update servers, plugin directory, theme directory, pattern directory, block directory, translations, photo directory, job boards, meetup, conferences, bug tracker, forums, Slack, Bingomatic, and Showcase. Their servers can no longer access our servers for free. This is going to affect tens, if not hundreds of thousands of websites. In fact, it's going to affect Type A Media because we're actually hosted on WP Engine. All that being said, I actually support Matt Mullenweg and the guys at WordPress.com because open source is a gift to humanity and it really needs to be protected. If you've got some time, I've linked to Matt's blog post called Ecosystem Thinking. It is really worth a read. So if you've been affected by this, what can you do? Well, actually, really simply, you can do exactly what we are doing. Go to wordpress.com, put your domain in there, and just migrate the hosting from WP Engine to wordpress.com. Problem solved. Google have recently updated their spam policies around site reputation abuse to stop big domains invading the SERPs like some sort of British Empire, but the internet version.
Hey, Sergeant Major marching up and down the square! Left, right, left!
Essentially, this update is going to take aim at big websites that employ third-party white label services to essentially just spunk a bunch of affiliate content on their domain.
Merci, Gaston.
Specifically, this new documentation said, close oversight or involvement is when the first-party hosting site is directly producing or generating unique content, for example, via staff directly employed by the first party or freelancers working for staff of the first-party site. It is not working with third-party services such as white label or turnkey that focus on redistributing content with the primary purpose of manipulating search rankings. So if you're doing famously what USA Today and Forbes are doing, reviewing CBD gummies 1 minute and then reviewing pet insurance the next, it is likely that this action is coming for you. The main trait you need as an SEO person is resilience. Your mantra needs to be this:
I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down.
So when the August core update rolled out and we started to see a little bit of recovery, we were rejoicing. But now we can actually see it looks like a lot of the traffic has slightly reverted. It's leaving SEOs like this.
Oh shit, here we go again.
Barry Schwartz over at Search Engine Roundtable has put together a really comprehensive list of people on Twitter who've been negatively affected in sharing all their Search Console graphs, and Glenn Gabe has actually done a really good in-depth video, which we'll link to down in the description as well. So what should we actually do if we see tons and tons of volatility? Well, it's not going to be a good answer. In our personal SEO practice, we see smaller sites with less brand authority that get the most volatility. So work on brand metrics. Brand search volume, is that going up over time? If not, do things like digital PR in order to start increasing the amount of brand searches that are happening around your domain. Also, diversification is a very good idea. If you rely on Google for most of your traffic, start looking at social, email newsletters, paid, things like that, because you shouldn't be putting all of your eggs in one basket. That's everything for this week's Canonical Chronicle. The companion slide deck is in the link down below. And until next time, we'll see you later.